expecting someone else? Mabuhay. Wait, that is Bob's line. Greetings and salutations, welcome to a special edition of Love Beyond the Sea. I'm your host MrE. Many people believe that I was a hoax. I'm here to tell you that I'm very real. I'm a real person, just like all of you who are watching this video. I have interests, emotions, and feelings just like all of you. Many of you have emailed Bob, trying to figure out if I exist, and trying to figure out my identity as the anonymous source. Bob was not lying when he said he does not know who I am. He only knows me by pseudonym. But lately he has been receiving emails and comments claiming that I'm not real. Bob has pleaded with me to do a video to clear up these accusations. After much debate, I agreed to do a video to set the record straight. The one question that keeps coming up is, who are you? Before I answer that question, I would like to address some conspiracy theories. The first conspiracy theory is that I'm somehow affiliated with Christian Filipina. I have no interaction, affiliation, or have ever been employed by Christian Filipina. 2. That the MrE identity is a composite of multiple people. No, I'm a singular individual. 3. That I'm affiliated or related to Bob or one of his friends. This as well is not true. I do enjoy and chuckle at some of the conspiracy theories that have come up regarding me. With that out of the way, this much is true. Like Bob has previously said, I'm a highly intelligent and sophisticated individual. I know lots about many things going on in the world. I am an academic at heart. While I do not claim to be a relationship expert, I do give statements when asked by Bob. Bob believes that my statements and wisdom provide value and would enhance the channel. I was initially reluctant to provide any statements as my opinions are subjective. It is up to the individual audience members to decide if my knowledge resonates with them. Another truth is, I have become disenfranchised with American women, just like many of you who watch Bob and others. I have decided that the smart thing to do, as I would like a family someday, is to find a foreign woman overseas. Where I differ with Bob is that I believe if a marriage is to be successful, you must leave your potential wife in the country she grew up in. As women are like water, they take the shape of the container that they're in. If I were to import a woman to America, she would be corrupted like all of the rest. The goal would be to emigrate and live in her country, or a third country that hasn't been infected by feminism and the cultural rot of America. While I'm not suggesting all women will be corrupted, the risk is very high. In my opinion, I strongly believe in self-improvement concepts that are provided by the Red Pill. I believe the key to attraction is self-improvement and becoming the man you want to be, and not pedestalizing women. By not pedestalizing women, women will be more attracted to you. As you are a man who can stand on his own and doesn't need anyone. That is not to say I believe in the approach of men going their own way or their philosophy. Men going their own way are too often beholden and trapped in the anger phase of the greater Red Pill concept. Thus men going their own way have a defeatist attitude and become Black Pill. While I really do not like to label myself, my views align with neo-masculinity in the greater Red Pill umbrella. This approach is much more holistic and logical and much aligns with Bob's brown pill concept. The other question many viewers have is, why did I choose Bob as opposed to someone else? The answer is quite simple. Bob is doing a fresh and unique approach to the Philippines vlogging sphere. He's focusing on people finding love and happiness with Filipinas, as opposed to the done-to-death topics of prostitution and expat living in the Philippines. How many times does someone need to make a video about cost of living in the Philippines? These topics are done to death. That is why I decided to reach out to him, as what he was presenting was a breath of fresh air. I was also fact-checking if Christian Filipina is a good site to find a possible wife. On many of the other dating sites, it is very difficult to find quality women for marriage. That is how I came into contact with him in the first place. Over time we have had many engaging and enjoyable discussions. While it would be nice to share them with all of you, it is almost impossible to do so. For this reason, we curate and select topics we feel the audience would enjoy listening to. I also need to dispel rumors of me having a YouTube account. While I will not fully disclose the reason as to why I have chosen to not have a YouTube account, as I don't want Bob to be demonetized by YouTube, I will simply say it is for data collection and privacy reasons. Many people should be very concerned about how much information is being collected about them, how it is used, and how easy it is to find this information. People like me can find out where you live, your place of employment, phone number, your place of residence, your usernames and passwords or anything else very easily. Any public YouTube personality should be very cautious about the information they disclose in their videos. While I'm one of the good guys, there are malicious actors out there who do not have good intentions. Anyone claiming to be me is a troll and a fraud and should be treated as such. I will now briefly go over the 5 major pill types for educational purposes. The red pill, in its most basic form, is defined as a free-thinking attitude and waking up from a normal life of sloth and ignorance. Red pillers prefer the truth, no matter how gritty and painful it may be. It should be noted, many different camps, such as MGTOWs and others, interpret the red pill differently, leading to a possible negative mentality due to their interpretation. The blue pill is taking the easy way out, choosing to ignore the harsh reality and live in blissful ignorance. Blue pillers ignore the harsh realities of relationships and life and prefer to live in ignorance to the realities. The purple pill is the view to be fully aware of the truth and realities of life and relationships. Even with this knowledge, they attempt to navigate societal norms anyway. It is walking the line between blue and red pills. The black pill, a fatalistic, catastrophizing concept derived from the notion that romantic success is determined by genetic signals of good health, intelligence and wealth, than by personal qualities like kindness, strength or character. The black pill is mostly associated with incels and men going their own way. It should be noted that one does not necessarily need to be these things to believe in the logic of the black pill. The brown pill is essentially deciding to not give up and to look for a wife in a foreign land, on foreign soil. Brown is an allusion to the color of earth and denotes that a man is willing to look for someone in another country, another part of the earth. The man who has taken the brown pill decides to break new ground, doing something completely different than he has done before, which is international dating as opposed to settling for domestic options. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast and gained a better understanding about the pill concepts and about who I am. While I can't say if I will return in this format, I am sure you will hear more of my statements in the future. This concludes this transmission.